You tuning in to the greatest podcast out of Atlanta. Today we got two very special guests.
What's up? I'm MopHead.
It's Kl.Z.
MopHead. That junk. Yeah, man. Hey, these are what you consider. Let me start off by this. Would you consider yourself a SoundCloud artist?
No.
No.
Not by a long shot. Nah.
Yeah, the way I asked you that, because I don't know, because a lot of SoundCloud artists, they give out like names, they be naming themselves like some crazy
shit.
Crazy.
Yeah,
names,
I feel that. I think I'm just a little crazy sometimes. That's all.
Yeah, but let's get started, man. So for the people that don't know, where y'all guys from?
I'm from Alpharetta, so like 30 minutes, 40 minutes outside of Atlanta.
Okay.
West Palm, Florida.
West Palm, Florida. So you visiting out right here in Atlanta right now?
Yeah, just visiting for a sec, getting some stuff done.
Okay. How long you gonna be out here for?
16.
16? Sunday. Okay. So when you came Monday or something?
This morning.
Oh, you just got here?
I just got here.
Oh shit. So this your first time in Atlanta?
No.
Oh.
Plenty of times. Yeah, a lot.
Okay. You got connections out here, or you got family out here in Atlanta, or you just come for
I got
like?
my manager up here.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, man. So yeah, like I was just saying, like SoundCloud and all that, but you say you want to consider yourself SoundCloud artist.
No, I think SoundCloud is pretty dead at this point, honestly. Like no one's using SoundCloud anymore. And it just doesn't pull numbers like it used to anymore. So I think Spotify has pretty much become the new SoundCloud at this point. So SoundCloud artists are just going to be Spotify artists. You know
what about TikTok? TikTok artist?
Yeah, but yeah, TikTok artists for sure. I feel like that's kind of different though, because it's I see it as more of like a social media platform than like strictly a music platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas SoundCloud and Spotify are just music.
Because I interview a couple people that blew up off just one song on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
they signed a deal with the record label,
and some of them stick around too. That's the thing. You gotta have longevity. Yeah, it just depends.
That's the hard part, because the ones out of interview, they kind of just had their hit song and they disappear. Like it's like I feel like you're gonna blow up on TikTok. You gotta have like a dope category, catalog of music that fans could go back and listen to, or you drop new music. Because if you got that one song, you're just gonna be known for that one song, and that's it.
Yep.
Do you guys use TikTok or no?
Yeah, somewhat. I need to get better at social media for sure. I'm not like. I've never been someone who is super into social media. So, yeah.
What about you?
I'm not really on social like that.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, we suck at it. For real. I feel like as artists, that's our weak point. But I appreciate, like, there are quite a few artists I appreciate that don't fuck with social media that heavy, that will post like a picture here and there. They're not going crazy all the time. They're not like, there's so many artists now where like you check out their socials and they got millions and millions of Instagram followers, but they don't have that many people listening to their Spotify. Whereas I want the opposite of that. I don't care if I got 11K Instagram followers, but give me those few million monthly listeners. That's what I care about.
So in the way that you kind of describe, you talking about Kl.Z.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
It sounds fucked up, but it's the truth. Like, she got.
But granted, no, like that was true before too. But she's doing numbers right now. I think she just became the #1 female rapper on all of Spotify.
See, that's where everybody like they say that, but then they say like she's a TikTok artist. Because I'm not gonna lie,
her new song was just in the new Spider-Man movie. Bro.
#1 what?
She's the #1 female rap artist on all of Spotify. She has more. Look, bro, I'll show you. She has more numbers than Nicki Minaj. She has more numbers than Cardi B right now.
Talking about monthly listeners?
Yeah.
Kl.Z?
Yeah, bro. She popped. Look, that's what I'm saying. She just had her new song.
Now, what about Ice Spice?
37 million. Let's see if Ice Spice is beating her now.
37 million? That's a lot of fucking.
37 mil. Ice Spice has 34 mil. I told you, Kl.Z is the top female rapper on all of Spotify.
You just showed 11K too.
Yeah, bro. But that's what I'm saying.
Not 10.
No one listens to albums anymore either, though. It's about singles. No one.
I mean, I don't know. It's like I feel like you got to go to like I see what Playboy Cardi's doing, because it's like nowadays people just dropping an album like so quick. People get tired of it quick. So like,
well, the thing is look. Everyone, think about things like TikTok and shit. Everything is like 15 seconds of content now. People are so used to moving on from thing to thing super quick, right? So unless you're an established artist like Wayne or Kendrick or even like Trippie Redd, no one wants to listen to 28 songs in a row by you.
Yeah,
that's an hour and a half of just sitting in that's a movie. You're watching a movie bro. But like, no one wants to listen to that unless they already know they really like your music. And how they know they really like your music is from your singles, because they're not going to waste their time listening to that much.
Yeah.
You gotta convince them that they fuck with you before you make them listen to that much.
Yeah. And I feel like the person that kind of set a trend where, like, instead of dropping, like you said, 28 tracks was Kanye when he dropped that I forgot what that project. Not Donja, before the one that got with the mountains in the background, the album. Which one that was? The one that had like 6 songs on it, like 6 or 7.
I don't know. It was a really small project.
Yeah, it was an album though. Like he dropped, he was the first artist. I ain't gonna say the first, but in this generation, like in this era, he dropped the smallest album.
Yeah,
with the smallest song. Because like you said, everybody's on TikTok 15 seconds in.
Well, and the thing is, I give X a lot of credit for being a genius too, because people always talked about how short his songs were, right? Instead of him doing a chorus, a verse, a chorus, a verse, a chorus, he'd do a chorus, a verse, a chorus, and the song would be over. But that means people listen to that song 3 times as much because it's so much shorter. They want to replay it and get more and more of a fill of it. Because like I said, like people's attention span is changing. So when you got a short song like that, you're racking up more plays because one person is listening to it 5 times before switching songs instead of listening to it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's man. I don't know, man. This era of music is just moving.
It's changing. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's definitely changing, man.
It's moving dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the people that haven't heard y'all music, what would y'all consider y'all sound?
Epic.
You said epic?
Epic. I mean, yeah, it's like epic, but like what would you say, like
genre wise?
Yeah, like genre wise. Cause like nowadays there's so much shit, like new shit. Like I don't know if y'all like Plug and B. They got like dark. They got emo. They got like man, just
yeah. No, I mean I consider myself to really like make everything. I got some rap stuff. I got some hyper pop stuff. I got
not the hyper pop.
Yeah, bro. Hyper pop is the shit, bro.
But let me ask you this about hyper pop. This is what I still don't get. I'm still stuck on that category, right? With that genre. It's like, cause I seen what's his name, Young Fazo.
Yeah.
I don't know, like when he performed, we came to Atlanta perform. It was just hard, like performing that song, cause hyper pop moves so quick when like it was just hard to watch that performance. I was like,
you didn't get it. You mean like
I didn't get it, cause
Like,
cause the crowd was just like, kind of like bouncing up and down. And I'm like, and that one song he was performing was like speed, like it was fast.
It's fast. Yeah. I think hyperpop depends, because like hyperpop on SoundCloud, some really niche hyperpop is it's hard to listen to if you don't already listen to hyperpop. It's like, how if you're someone who listens to like some metal, you can listen to harder metal, you know what I mean? But if you've never listened to metal before and you go try and listen to like the hardest black metal right away, or death metal or whatever, you're gonna like hate it, because your ear hasn't adjusted to it at all. You can't find that like comfort in the sound of it.
Yeah.
So hyperpop has a lot of really niche shit. Like and I could get a lot of hate for this actually, because they're like the gods of this shit, I feel like. I did not fuck with 100 Gex when I first heard them. I don't know if you know who they are. Yeah, I didn't like it. My homie was obsessed with them, absolutely loved them. And I was like, I can't fuck with this. Why do you listen to this? This hurts my ears type shit.
They still doing music?
Yeah, yep. And then no joke. No, because
I like for Mango, for a minute, I stopped kind of hearing about them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of like, I think that last project they dropped was the one that really blew up. And I don't know if they've dropped another project since then, but they still have a fuck ton of monthly listeners and people listening to them.
The way I'm trying to say, they've been quiet for
a second. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think that sound has a lot of really cool stuff in it, and I think it plays off of a lot of things that people are super nostalgic of. Like I grew up listening to shit like Kesha on the radio, right? And think about how much EDM and electronic music Kesha has. Like
a lot.
Yeah. And when you listen to hyperpop or rage beats, bro, that people are using now, they're really not that different from the same kind of beats Kesha was using.
So that's what I ain't gonna say that's what it got the sound, but is that like an inspiration for the hyperpop? Is like EDM, would you say, or no?
Well, I'm saying everyone now has some sort of background of electronic music.
Because I be hearing, with the beats and stuff, I be hearing it.
Yeah. Electronic used to be way more niche, I feel like, Whereas now, like people my age, it was impossible to grow up without hearing Skrillex. It was impossible to grow up without hearing Kesha. It was like, and all of those were so heavy, like synths and like kind of like club, like electronic music. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to make a huge wave within the next few years because I think so many people have a nostalgia feeling towards that sort of music that when they hear it, they get kind of giddy feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone just needs to come into the scene and make it mainstream enough to be pushed to those people who don't like 100 gecs because it might be a little too outside of their range for them to listen to.
Yeah. Cause I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that hyper pop whole like sound is like they do have a fan base, but I don't think it's huge as like
that's what I'm saying though. But
it's a community for it.
Yeah. It's like a niche community right now, but it's getting really big. Like I went to a drum and bass hyper pop show in Atlanta that they did, and they're doing shit here now for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Now that you say that, what's that one dude? Eric
DOA.
Yeah, he
and Kl.Z, bro. Like both of them.
They're from Atlanta. I know Kl.Z is from Atlanta.
No. I'm just saying they're like the poster boys of that scene right now. You know what I mean?
And Midwest.
Huh?
Midwest.
Yep. Yeah, he's killing it too.
I feel like he's the one that like putting that hyper pop into going mainstream.
Exactly. No, I would agree with that. Because I like my older sister who likes like Blink-182 and had me growing up off of like All American Rejects and like Taking Back Sunday and shit like that. She listens to Midwest. That's what I'm saying. It plays off of a nostalgia that people who grew up listening to like emo and electronic music, they fuck with.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think there's a big audience of people who listen to
at least
you
gotta
one of
think
those.
about it. So what if the new generation, Gen Z, like they never listen to like them bands that you say, American.
But that's what
Green Day,
that's what we are to them.
Yeah.
You get it? That's what the new generation of artists that is continuing to build off of that sound comes to that younger generation that's now in. Like this is a bad example for hyperpop and shit, but do you know who Youngblood is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Youngblood's killing it in the emo, bro. Like I went to a Youngblood show like a year ago, and the amount of like 12-year-old girls there and shit like that were going crazy. But that's what you're asking, right? Because you're asking, like who's gonna like lead the next generation? There are people doing that already, is what I'm saying. Like people like Youngblood, who are getting new, younger fans into that type of music that they might not have listened to before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You have a point because sooner or later we gonna get old.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We gotta know what they want to listen to.
So let me ask you: when you get old, what are you gonna be listening to?
Nothing. Think nothing. I don't know. I can't see myself ever not. I enjoy knowing what's new. I enjoy like trying to figure out the sound that I think people are going to want to listen to in the next few years. So like I can't see myself not ever wanting to explore and find new music.
See, that's the thing everybody says about hip hop right now, because right now there's a big debate that hip hop is not selling. I know y'all been seeing like
hip hop is what?
Not selling no more. Because Lil Uzi was the first of this year, the first hip hop artist, rap artist, go number one.
How much did he sell?
I think it was like one. He didn't even hit 200. Wait.
I gotta ask you a question. What did you think of the project? Did you listen to it?
I feel like it was a more experimental project. Yeah. He did add like a lot of fucking rock.
Yeah.
Rock, EDM.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
I like Uzi. I've always liked Uzi.
That's like you said, that's when it comes down to like people that already listen to like Green Day, like all these type of, bands that we grew up listening to.
But
these new fans gonna be like, who the fuck is this? Because he did a lot of well, I don't know if that was Skrillex, that one song that he was just rapping, felt like what was that one band that song? I forgot what that rock band called.
You talking about the one he covered?
Yeah.
Bro, can I say, look, no hate on Uzi. Uzi's a legend. That was one of the worst covers I've ever heard in my life. That was horrible. Have you heard that shit? System of a Down.
Like, he ain't even hear Pink Tape.
System of a Down, right? That's what you're talking about. That's the band.
There you go.
Yeah, they are iconic legends in metal. Like some of the top of the top. And he covered
I tell you
this,
it was a bag to clear that right
there. I was saying that. I was listening to the project in the car with my homie Hoyt. We were literally driving to the studio and we were like, let's just turn it on and listen to it the whole way there and see what we think of it. And we got to that song and we were like, how did he clear this? how much fucking money did he spend to clear this? That song has over 1 billion on Spotify, the original. Like, it's a big fucking
It's
song.
a classic song.
Yeah, it really is.
Which song did they use?
It's called Chop Suey.
Here, I know Chop Suey.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, he did a cover of it. He did a cover.
And he did it in his way, but I don't feel like he gave money. He just probably gave a big percent of royalties.
That's
that
true.
Song.
Yeah.
You know. Cause shit, that's Uzi. But everybody was somebody. They said a fake fan page made a post saying that Uzi was projected to sell like 240,000 copies. But when his first sales came in, I think he racked up 160, 163, 160 something. Which it was pretty good, but
I wonder what
I feel like he should have been at. He should have been like, and that Eternal Take was sold like what 250.
See, yeah.
So I feel like Pink Take should have sold like 270 to 300.
Nah, this was more experimental. It was.
But people didn't know it was gonna be experimental. You get what I'm saying?
People buy it before they know. But also, but word of mouth, he's right. Like word of mouth has a say, right? Because some people will wait like a week or two, hear what other people think of the project before deciding to spend money.
Because it was a lot of people said that he was trying to go more the Playboy Cardi route, and that project is more for like concerts, you know, like mosh pit.
Yep. That's what I thought.
It wasn't really for like just listening at home.
He wanted to make rage music. He wanted to make a project that would be super fun for him to perform. I feel like.
But I feel like the next album he got to drop, it got to be like some Eternal Take or like just Love Rage or some shit. Like you got to take it back to the old day. We're not even taking it back.
And that sucks because I feel like as an artist you never you don't want to hear like go back. Like we miss the old Kanye sort of deal. You know what I mean? Like. Uzi should very much progress and change his style and fuck with whatever he wants to. But like, I think he should know like what he excels in as well.
Yeah.
And make sure he like still keeps some of that.
Cause that might hurt some artists. It hurts them.
Mm-hmm.
In their career.
It does.
You fall off from even trying to go there, even trying to experiment with that type of sound. You know?
Yeah.
It just, you can't just be like saying like Moneybagg Yo, like, he's a trap artist.
Yeah.
So imagine he started going a pop.
Pop
artist.
I get you.
Like, what the fuck?
But I bet you though, a lot of people would be talking about it. A lot of people would be like, what the fuck? Moneybagg made a pop project?
But it's gonna get the sales for the first week, but after that,
no one's gonna talk about it.
Yeah. Because that's what I seen for a Pink Tape. Like, it sold a lot. Then it, like, in second week, instantly dropped quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like quick. Like, Because once people get that first listen, and then especially not like a rock fan or EDM fan, you ain't gonna feel that project,
Yeah.
Then I feel like Uzi already got them type of like fans, I would say, where like
that like that stuff. Is that what you're saying?
It's like half and half.
Oh yeah, Uzi's very much. I mean, when you think about it, like he's very much always talked about himself as a rock star, not a rapper, and like I'm a rock star. That's what I am. And he's always like, even in like his Love Is Rage projects and shit, there was a lot of electronic in that, like so much.
Yeah. But I fuck with Uzi, man.
Yeah.
He's one of the SoundCloud goats of this generation.
Yeah, for sure.
So what y'all guys been working like music wise?
A ton, like so much. Me and Kl.Z just made a song though. We got a song called Typical that's coming out August 20th.
Kl.Z is from Canada, right?
Huh?
Is he from Canada? Kl.Z?
Who?
Kl.Z? Who you say Kl.Z?
Kl.Z.
Kl.Z.
I like, Kl.Z.
I thought you said
I don't know why I do that. My brain like makes it a word.
Because it's an artist from Canada, underground artist named Kl.Z.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Like, he's blowing up right now.
Yeah, got you.
That's who I thought you just
got you. Yeah, my bad. Me and this dude, we got a song coming out on August 20th called Typical. And it's really cool. It's something different from, I feel like, anything I've ever made before. Yeah, it was fun. So I think it'll be interesting. I think people are gonna like it. And like the Fusion #1, like just we're different artists, but I think like our sounds play well off of each other, you know what I mean? So I think it'll be fun for people to listen to in terms of that. And then I think people are gonna hear your hook once and then not be able to get it out of their head. And
so what is it? You said it's a single, right?
Yeah.
It's a single?
Yeah, it's a single.
So we're like, let me start by this. How y'all even meet?
How we even our manager.
The manager.
Yeah. Jeff, the dude, the GOAT.
So basically like social media, right? Oh wait,
like how we connected first?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I think we probably like briefly talked on social media first. But Jeff flew him out at another point before. Like he said, he's been here a few times. So we met when he came to the studio, like maybe like a year ago or some shit like that. Yeah, it might. Yeah, honestly, it might have been longer.
Long.
Yeah.
So what would you like? You like Atlanta enough to stay in Atlanta, or?
You want to like Atlanta?
Yeah.
I love Atlanta.
I'm saying, would you stay here? Like live here?
Yeah, of course.
Like this?
You would?
Of course, I'll stay here.
What? Like, why would you move over here?
wouldn't.
Because like the opportunity is better, or?
Yeah, I mean, opportunities better. Managers here. Things just go more smoothly when I'm up here. So.
More definitely. You basically when you come over, you like on grind mode, work mode, and
Exactly.
Okay. So let me ask y'all this: as an upcoming artist, what's some struggles y'all going through, like trying to like find the path to success of music? I would say
social media, like
Social
I
media.
was saying before. Yeah, honestly, just keeping up with that because the game is so based around that now, and so like it's so.
And that's
essential.
why I feel like a lot of people go to labels.
They
don't know how to work that social media.
Yeah, that's really
because me, I still got this platform, and a lot of people be like, "You need a social media team." And I'm like, "You 100% right."
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to do that shit, you know.
It's
you could
a lot.
think you're often to go viral off this, but hell no.
Yep.
You got the most trendy topics that you could talk about, have the right guests, and it still won't go viral because you know the labels are pushing thousands of dollars to let shit go viral, you know?
Yep.
Because when you see it on one blog, you start to see everybody blog, you be like, well, everybody just copying everybody. The label's paying it. That's what I just found out. The label's paying for promo, you know? But it won't make you see labels are getting smart with they're not making it seem like it's just strictly like, you know, like promo in your face, like, oh, go check this artist out, you know? They're making it slick way, like, you know, you could go by saying something or buy some jewelry, you know.
Yep.
It's a lot of posts like that. You see an artist go in a jewelry store like Icebox and they go cash out on big chains, and you see it on every blog, and it's just like, you know, it's because the label's paying for it, you know.
Yep.
So that's how they kind of disguise it. So that's where I feel like a lot of artists, they have no, I ain't gonna say no choice to sign, but you know, in a way, that's how they gotta work with somebody that with social media, like you said.
Yeah, I also think though, like nowadays, you have the ability to be indie more than ever. Like in the 90s, it was fucking impossible. You literally
had
to sign to a label. There was no ifs, ands, or buts.
Not even that, you had to know somebody that.
Yeah.
Like, even get in the building.
And the thing is too, is it was all about going out to shows and doing performances because you didn't have a social media page to run to get people to find you.
They had to build you up.
You had to have a scout. You had to play shows over and over again until there was someone in that crowd one night who fucked with you and wanted to put you on. But like now you can have like, there's 12-year-old kids who start making music, and by the time they're 16, they're really fucking good and they're just blowing up.
And it's another thing too, like back in the day, it was not like how y'all just linked up and collab, let's drop the song. Back then, hell no. The label had to approve that shit. Like, you ain't finna work with him.
It's crazy.
He got a bad image. You ain't finna work with him.
Yeah.
You know? Like nowadays, you could, like you said, you more indie, you independent. Like, I'm finna just link up with him, do a collab tape. You know, you got more freedom, I would say, you know, the music. You know?
I agree. For sure.
Yeah, so after y'all drop the single, what, music video or what comes out there, the single?
Yeah, we're doing a music video for it. I would say it probably will be released with the song or close to that time. I wouldn't say like it'd be like a month out, probably like a week away. Yeah, like a week after we probably come out with the music video. And I got some other singles coming out and stuff like that, but we're just really trying to focus and like do everything we can for this one to make sure it does as well as possible right now.
So y'all gonna take your time promoting the single?
Yep. Okay, for sure. Yeah.
I thought it was more like y'all finna drop the single, then the music video, then let's move to the next project.
No,
you know, it's a lot of people like that. Like, you know, they just drop.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, you can do it either way, genuinely.
But I feel like that, like, kind of, it's like 50-50 to me. Because, like, it might work and you might blow up just like NBA Youngboy. But sometimes you might just, like, play yourself out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, people like, I'm tired of hearing his ass, man.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's true.
He already got, like, he ain't even made it mainstream. He already got, like, 5,000 songs. Like, shit. Like, man, that's a lot.
Good luck trying to listen to everything.
Like, this man already got about 10, 12 albums. Like, you know, just crazy, man.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. Like how this, like you said, the generation of music is even changing. So I just be wondering, like, what's the sound even gonna sound like in 3 years or 5 years from now? You know,
that's what I love though. Try and predict it. It's fun. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's like a cycle to the music, and to some extent, you can kind of see what's gonna be like coming around the corner.
Yeah. But I feel like the way I don't know about the mainstream, but I know the SoundCloud underground era right now is like more, like you said, more like rap mixed with rock, hyperpop, rock, EDM.
Yep.
Just everybody just playing with it and see what they can do with it.
That's what I'm saying. If that's how I kind of feel like pay attention to the underground, because what I feel like consistently happens is there are underground artists who got really underground niche sounds, and then someone comes in and kind of expands upon it, like I was saying, and makes it more accessible to a mainstream audience. And then everyone's talking about this new genre that came up out of nowhere that's really been around for like 6 years. It's just been
underground.
Yeah, it's just been niche.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was just crazy, man. It was just crazy. Who you grew up listening to? Well, both of y'all. Who y'all grew up listening to?
You go first.
Probably like, I don't know, like Green Day. I don't. Yeah. I'm so old, man.
I'm so old.
I don't even remember. I'm so old.
So you were more like into like what rock? Would you say?
I mean, I was listening to like Green Day. People like I don't know, Bruno maybe a little bit.
Bruno Mars.
A little bit of Bruno.
What the fuck?
Not that much. Not that much Bruno. Hip hop, Eminem, Jay-Z, Kanye, probably is. Probably first people I listen to the most.
The most. So that who would say the most inspire you like music wise of artists?
Inspires me most?
Whoo! Yeah, that's a hard ass fucking question.
He said, "Oh well."
I'm gonna say Kendrick. Probably inspires me the most.
Kendrick
Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Feel
Yeah.
that. Yeah, fuck with Kendrick.
That's it.
What about you? Who's artist you grew up listening to?
Man, I grew up listening to like everything, like really like everything. I grew up listening to band. I don't know why this one just pops into my head, but I'm about to put everyone on. It's called the Pogues. It's an Irish band, and they're like super Irish. They got like bagpipes and shit. They're playing the whole time.
It's a rock band?
No, it's an Irish band.
Oh, it's Irish.
It's like yeah, but they got some really really crazy shit.
What they call it? Skirts, right? No.
You talking? Fuck.
That
I know
is
what you're
Irish.
talking about. I know
Irish,
that.
right?
No, there's a genre you're talking about, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm talking about how they dress, like with the skirts, right?
Oh
yeah,
the kilt. Yeah, it's called a kilt. Yeah, they're not like that though, because that's like super traditional, like Irish person.
But
like,
that's the first thing when somebody say Irish. That's the first
that
thing
you think. Yeah. No, I feel that.
Because that image was put. Their program was with that image on TV. Every time
you saw that all the time. Yeah.
Irish with the little thing and the skirts and shit with it.
Yep,
it was crazy.
But I listen to like that. I listen to a lot of emo music. So I'm just gonna like list some bands. Taking Back Sunday, My Chemical Romance, A Day to Remember, love Paramore. Bring Me the Horizon is probably my favorite band of all time.
The Horizon?
Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh, Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, they're incredible, phenomenal. Absolutely, like Oliver Sykes and the whole band. They're geniuses, like for real.
So since you were into like rock, right? So how do you feel about the new era of that type of music?
Of rock?
Yeah, because I feel like that era is over with, and it's like I don't think nobody could top that.
See,
era.
you're not looking at the right people though.
See,
that's
I don't.
why.
That's the thing. I'm still stuck back then.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
So that's the thing. Bring Me the Horizon, bro.
That's new. So they knew.
They've been around, but they are making new music that is now charting better than they've ever charted before. Every project they drop has gone higher and more platinum than their other projects.
See, the only two groups I feel like that's in that genre, like still carrying that wave, is Imagine Dragons. I would say. No,
I don't.
You don't consider that.
That's butt rock. That's butt rock, which means it's like Nickelback. Like, is Nickelback really rock? Look at this photograph. Like it's like it's
what
whatever.
about what's the ones with the monkeys, the cartoon monkeys with that?
No, they're incredible. The gorillas.
Yeah, the gorillas.
Yeah, but they're not. They're what are the gorillas considered, baby? They're not rock. They're like
alternative.
Yeah, like alternative, I guess would be
But they're still going. They're carrying that from back in the day. What I'm saying, it ain't too many bands or people that's still doing that.
Look at these numbers. This is Bring Me the Horizon,
and they said they knew.
They've been around They've been around for a long time. They're legends, but they're still dropping projects. Like all of that top stuff right there, except Can You Feel My Heart, is new music.
Oh, I see.
So they're trending. They're still doing incredible.
And this a band, right?
Mm-hmm. And they're metal. They scream
like heavy metal.
They started off doing like really like death metal type shit, and over time they grew more pop.
I couldn't get into that.
Into metal, like screaming shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love it.
The only time I'll probably listen to that if it's a live show. Cause I always wanted to go in there mosh pit.
Nah, like I'll listen.
But once I start seeing their mosh pits on YouTube, oh hell no, I ain't going.
I hear
them motherfuckers be kicking, slapping the shit out of each other. I'm like punching the shit out of each other. Like you could be minding your business
and you get hit in the face.
Like, that's crazy. Like
that's the fun of it.
I seen one video when the dude, it was the lead singer. He grabbed his guitar and started hitting the hell out of the fan with that shit, and they loved it. They were like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
Nah, for real. I used to go to sleep listening to like screaming metal music. So that shit hits different. I don't know.
Well, I know your ears. Your ears. I know you woke up bleeding.
Oh yeah, I can't hear shit. I'm deaf already.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that should be loud as hell. So let me ask you this: what you think about Linkin Park? I feel like, to me, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about Linkin Park. They was ahead of their era. I feel like Linkin Park is what everybody's trying to do right now with like Lil Uzi and all that.
Because
if you pay attention,
I'd say that's actually like a
he was
pretty
rapping.
accurate statement.
He was fucking rapping.
Well, do you know what they're not considered metal? They're considered new metal, which is it's not actually NEW.
Why
metal.
do they always say those emo rock or some shit?
I don't know, because people are dumb. But they're considered new metal. It's NU metal, and it's literally that would be bands like Limp Bizkit or Slipknot or Linkin Park, where they kind of do this like screaming but rapping. So there's an element of hip-hop.
If you take out the rock band and just with his vocals and his sound, he's fucking rapping.
Yeah.
And put him in a rap beat.
But that's the same thing with
crazy.
Slipknot. If you do the same thing with Slipknot, he uses rap flows, but he just does it while he's like growling or he's screaming.
Yeah. He put his own little, taste and different from everybody else.
Yep.
I get what you're saying.
Yep.
But yeah, man, they was definitely ahead of their time.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of underground
Rip
artists,
Chester.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of underground artists that I, interview and stuff. I be telling about Linkin Park. They be like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Y'all need to go listen to them. That's what you really trying to sound like."
that's you were talking about like what I grew up off of. That's a great band. Like I listened to them all the time growing up. My older sister was really, really into them, and she's like 11 years older than me. So when I was in middle school, I was like, I want to fuck with whatever she's fucking with. I thought she was cool, she was a cool older sister. So so she put me on to like all those early 2000s emo bands that were popping off and shit. Yeah,
that was crazy, man. That was I said, that era, you ain't gonna get that back. But I know in Vegas, I found out in Vegas they do a show where like they bring all those bands together.
I did. I went to that show.
For real, what's it called?
It's called the When We Were Young tour.
I gotta look.
Yeah, it was.
I was trying to look for that shit so bad.
It was so incredible, bro.
It's in Vegas. In Vegas, right?
Yeah, yeah. You know how I said like, dude, bro, I saw Paramore there. I saw Bring Me the Horizon there. I saw All American Rejects there. 30H3, A Day to Remember. It was literally like all of the bands that really inspired me to like make shit.
Yeah, were
there, and I just need to go to like a rap festival. They need to do a rap festival that's like that, so I can see everyone at one place.
You gonna have to go to a Rolling Loud because in Atlanta, that's how we got his Music Midtown.
That's yeah.
Which is kind of like, I don't know, it's iffy because it's like every genre mixed together.
Yeah, and Music Midtown, I feel like the past few years the lineups have been kind of like
they got two big ones this year, Little Baby and Billie Eilish.
And who?
Billie Eilish.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I'm not like. I'm not jumping out to go see a show from either of them, regardless of if I like listen to their music. You know what I mean? I'm just like, when I go to a show, I feel like I'm very picky with the shows I go to, and I go to like crazy ass shows. I want to go to like crazy shows. Like who, like NASCAR would be like a crazy show, or like. More, I don't know. I want harder shit. When I go out to shows, I'm like you. I want to like mosh or like really get going. You know what I mean? So those are the kind of shows I'm going to.
Those are the ones I be going to.
Yeah. Those are the ones that just go the hardest. They're crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard of the Box Boys. The Box Boys.
I don't think so.
It's like two guys and they started a festival together. That's the type of show they could put up like all the underground artists. And they'll sell out. Like thousands of young people go in there and man, it'd be crazy.
Yeah,
they get like all the hot artists like Destroy Alone, like Ken Carson, like Autumn, Can, like it's just all the dope, like blowing up type of
they're like about to hit that next level,
like
artist.
Slick going to mainstream. Type
yeah,
shit.
exactly. Like B-list almost, right before hitting that next tier. Yeah.
So we were talking about the like after the music video, you coming out. You said with singles. What about you?
Working on a project.
Project, which is like an EP or album?
EP.
You say? EP. How many songs would you gonna put on it?
7.
Just you or the real
just
features?
Me.
The features. Most definitely. And who you see yourself working with in the future?
I don't know.
You ain't got that one special somebody that you wanna.
No, I don't think there's like an artist necessarily that I'm like would die to necessarily. It just has to make sense,
Yeah.
Like, it just has to make sense. If the song we're working on, if the vibe is vibing, then let's do it. If it's not, then let's not.
Oh, so you more type like you gotta be in person, make
Probably.
the song.
Probably,
okay. Yeah, because I know nowadays a lot of people just straight like do collabs through the internet. Like, I send you my verse, I send you back your my yeah. So it's like I don't know, it's just. But like I said, it's dope because the internet now you can talk to people that's all the way from London, Alaska. Back like you said back then it was 10 times harder. So now it's like you get fans everywhere, man. What's like the I know you're on Spotify and all that. What's like the one country that just like what the fuck they listening to me out there?
Damn, that's a good question. I've seen
because you be seeing that shit, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. You get like 5 plays from like Quebec or whatever. Like I've gotten plays from there. New Zealand was an interesting one. I felt like. Yeah, it's weird, right? Like, yeah.
You said which one?
Yeah, from New Zealand. He said he gets a lot of streams from New Zealand.
So how the hell how you even think like? Cause I be trying to put that in my head like how do they even get to your music?
The algorithm.
Right? Like, who knows beyond?
Because I know it's a lot of the new wave right now, especially with Spotify, like you said, number 1 right now with the streaming shit. It's like they pay like, a lot of people get their labels or managers to put them on playlists, And that playlist, they do help out a lot because, thousands of people tune into that playlist and you never know who might,
check it out.
Check it out and save it, favorite your song, just that's why it's good. If I give some advice to an upcoming artist, it's always like, risk that money for them playlists, because hey, you might pick up thousands of, because I know somebody that's how he kind of start blowing up. He start paying a lot of fucking like playlists on Spotify, and that song literally went from like 5 plays in like 6 months or something to like I think his song like almost like a 500,000, listen.
Nah, it's the way to go. It really is. If you can get your shit on playlists and you know how to do it.
But it's just not any playlist. You get what I'm saying? They gotta go with
of course. Like the playlist that's fitting for your music, obviously.
Because a lot of people just want to be so desperate, like I'm gonna get my shit on.
Just throw it anywhere.
Just put it anywhere.
Yeah, that just doesn't make sense.
Of course, people gonna skip it. You put it like on some like lyrical rap or some shit. They're like, what the fuck? You skip? They might even block you because Spotify got that option where you could block that artist and their songs would never pop up on your Spotify.
I didn't know that was a thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why when they see like the cancel culture, that's why I said Spotify, they messy for that. Cause when they do the cancel culture, especially for the baby, they blocked them. It was I think like over 100,000 people blocked them on Spotify. Damn. So, like if you featured the baby, it wouldn't even pop up because just in your profile, like you blocked them that artist. So
that's
none
crazy.
of the songs,
none of those people.
It won't pop up on playlists or nothing. Like it'll wipe his whole catalog, from Spotify.
That's wild.
That's crazy to me. Why even Spotify would even do that? Because
I don't know. That's weird.
Because this generation, the cancel culture is so toxic. You get canceled for an old tweet.
Yep.
That you probably like 7, 8 years old. Like
7 or 8 years old.
He was saying that Twitter. About that person. Like what the hell? Because it'd be so crazy to me. Like one artist would blow up and sign to that artist or do a collab and they'll pull up an old tweet where he'll like fuck that artist. I'm like, damn, that's like how y'all even found that video or like just that tweet. Like, you had to really be that bored to go about 12 years back on Twitter to find that shit. Like, that's crazy, man. But you don't get me wrong, that you do got like crazy fans like that, that just gonna take it beyond.
Spend all day just like looking at your shit, trying to find something.
I wonder how long his hair is.
Yeah, for real.
They be in their bed. I wonder how long his hair is. They be crazy ass fans, man.
Yeah.
I know you be seeing like when they be going on Playboy Cardi, he got the most craziest fans because they be like,
a devoted fan base.
I'm telling you, man. They be
it's a cult, bro.
He's
got a cult fan base. Yeah.
You be seeing them videos like they be doing like a lot of videos they put them like in the YouTube shorts video where like they be doing a whole bunch of demonic ass shit like their friends and shit. It was just one funny one day because this dude was dressed like the priest in there, like he trying to bless everybody in the show, and they start mosh pit.
And they started a mosh pit. Yeah.
I like they're like this. I don't know, man. Like I feel like Playboy Cardi using that demonic shit for fun and clout, you know.
But bro, you know how many like artists do that? That's not a new thing. And like there are so many artists other than Cardi doing that. Like Trippy does that.
And, all the time. The person that's doing that a lot too right now is Uzi, and he's getting called out for it.
Yep, Uzi, Trippy, Cardi. But part of me thinks is just like they don't. Number one, I think they fuck with the aesthetic, like the darker emo aesthetic, and I fuck with that too. So I completely.
What would you say is taking it too far? Did you think it's taking it too far?
Nah,
like going to your shows and just having like
I love horror.
I
love horror. I would watch nothing but horror all
day.
But
you see, that's not even horror because they like dissing the religion, you know, like Christians and shit. Because they be having like Jesus with like, you know, like upside down crosses and
but so you could say like, look, you could say it's a diss to Christianity, or you could say it's them being Satanists because Satanism is its own religion. So it's like you can't really say it's just them shitting on Christianity. You can say they're just following their own religion, and that just so happens to be the opposite of Christianity. You know what I mean? Granted, I don't really think any of them are like sitting there in their spare time reading like I can't even remember what it's called, but Satanists have Satanists have a book like a Bible,
Black
right?
Magic book,
a holy book, yeah.
The holy book.
I doubt they're sitting there and reading that in their spare time or going to the Church of Satan, which is a real thing. I doubt
the Church of Satan.
Yeah, that's where Marilyn Manson got
Mary?
Yeah, Marilyn. You know Marilyn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a church.
He's big in the church. Yeah. Or at least he was at one point.
So
I don't know after all that shit
happened
happened where he showed up at Kanye's church. Did you guys know about that? That shit threw me off.
I seen some of that.
He went to know
Kanye,
talking
about that down in Atlanta.
Yeah, he went to Kanye's
he should look creepy
Christian
as hell to me.
service.
I ain't gonna lie, man. He look creepy as shit to
Marilyn
me.
Manson?
Yeah,
he is.
I feel like that's a role he's always playing.
But also I don't know how I feel about that dude. Because now he has a lot of allegations against him, and there's a lot of people saying he's done a lot of bad shit, which it's almost hard to deny with the kind of character he's played up over the years.
Yeah, that's
what
I'm saying. It's just like,
he
looked like he'll tie you up on the bed.
He's made him out to be that kind of person. So of course, like when you hear that, you're gonna kind of believe that. You know what I mean? Regardless of anything.
He reminds me of the Undertaker in the kind of way he just give you that stare. And then he just be like, when the camera be like staring at him, he just give you that look that just like. He looks dead from the inside, you know. It's like no soul, no nothing.
But again, like I think Trippy and all of them that are kind of doing that same sort of thing, I think they're just intelligent, and I think that they just know
it's gonna get views and clicks.
Everyone's gonna check it out. Like, did you know Topanga by Trippie Redd?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the music video for that?
I think that
it makes when you listen to that song and you look at the video, you're like, what the fuck? This does not match the vibe at all because. Trippy's like sitting in some chair and he's got a pentagram of blood around him on the ground. Yeah. And it's just so when people click on it and look at it, they're like, can you believe this? It's like the same shit with remember the Lil Nas video that went so fucking viral where he twerked on the devil?
I ain't never seen it.
Yeah, it went so viral. Everyone freaked the fuck out and talked about how like outrageous and like Christians were mad and like everyone was freaking out and so like I think they're really, really smart people who just know what to do in order to get everyone talking.
That's what I think. Like, I mean, I don't want to get canceled, but that's the thing I think that's just selling right now: demonic shit and gay shit. You know, real. I'm telling you, man, that's what's selling. You know, man, it's just I'm telling you, that's what's gonna sell.
I think anything that makes someone go.
Look what he just said.
What the fuck?
Look what he just said. He was twerking on what you said on the demon or the devil.
Yeah, he literally. But also, Lil Nas made a really good point about that. He said, because he's gay and because he is like he lives that way, like out in the open, he consistently gets people telling him all the time how he's going to hell and is cursed to be a demon and is not Christian and is just like evil and shit like that because he's gay. So I watched the interview with him and he literally goes, so I proved all those people right. I did exactly what they were telling me I was, exactly what they were saying I am. I did it for them. And I became that thing. I gave them exactly what they were already saying I was. And that's genius. That's like so smart.
I feel like that's what marketing. You just gotta have that.
I don't know. I don't think it's genius.
Bro, what you think of it?
Do you know? Yeah, but gimmicks are genius. You don't think Kiss is genius for their gimmick? Slipknot is genius for their gimmick? Like,
but see, that's a different era, though. That's just
a gimmick is a gimmick. It's just a gimmick.
But for a gimmick to be successful is different.
See,
people do shitty gimmicks all the time. But I can't tell you how many gimmick bands I've seen that I'm like,
that do
you
gay
guys
shit?
look cheesy and
I'm talking about that do gay
corny.
shit. It was bands that did gay shit to go viral back in the day.
Wait, were there? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is there?
I don't know. Not that.
That's what I'm
not
saying.
That I know. I don't. Number one, I am not even gonna touch on that because, like, personally,
you about to get canceled.
Well, no, and not even that, bro. Like, personally, I don't give a shit what you are. Yeah. You can have sex with whatever you want. You can be attracted to whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. You're not imposing on me. You're not like doing anything to fuck up my life or my day. Live your life however the fuck you want to.
See, I feel the same way, but this is the fact that like they're pushing it to the kids. That's the only problem. Like,
but bro, I saw like shit like that growing up all the time, and that didn't mean like.
But did you see how we seeing it now though? Not really, right? Because people were scared to come out of the closet back in the day. Be real. People were scared to come out of the closet.
I think
you ain't hear or seen too many gay people until this generation. Like, man, it's just like a kid. They be like, a 7-year-old gay. Man, how you know you gay?
Well, it's like it's the same thing as
fed this bullshit to like, oh yeah, you like man, like no, you still a kid. You don't even know what you know.
Well, yeah,
crazy,
no,
man.
I agree with that, but like
it's just like you know,
I agree with that in the sense of like a kid is a kid and they gotta take time to like formulate things.
I feel like they should let them get as a like at least a teenager, let them know like, okay, this is, you know, if you want to go that way, go that way.
Before what? Oh, you mean no, I don't necessarily think that. Bro, how old were you when you were like that bitch? Oh my God, she's hot. Like that girl, I wanna do something with her. How old were you?
I think I was young as hell.
Yeah, so like how you gonna tell a gay person that they have to wait to feel that same way because they feel different.
But that's the thing, they're getting taught to be gay. You get what I'm saying?
Wait, say that again?
They're getting taught nowadays to be gay.
What do you mean?
Like in school, when we were going to school, right? You ain't hear nothing about like male on male, female on female. They teaching that now.
I mean, Drew, I heard that shit all the time.
In your school?
Yeah.
I ain't never.
But do you mean from teachers or do you mean from
like, anything like school or like?
Oh, bro, I can't tell you how many girls. Bro, I can't tell you how many girls I went to school with that were like.
Oh, you're lesbian?
Like that were fucking with other girls. Yeah. And talking with other girls. Same thing with guys though, bro. Like genuinely, there were plenty of gay guys like that went to my school that were like people knew like that person was gay. It just never. It was never a thing to me. You know what I mean? It just like never mattered.
Forget what I'm saying. Never mattered. But I'm just saying, like the youth. That's what they're trying to push it now to the youth.
Yeah,
like hard. Come on, what the hell? All right, as a kid, like you used to want to watch a cartoon. What the fuck now? They got gay fishes now. Come on now, like what the fuck they got to do? Like what?
So I think
what a gay fish got to do with a gay mermaid? You know, like it's just crazy.
But hear me out.
Why we can't just keep it just simple?
I think it's because of inclusivity. Because you got to think about it this way: gay people have never been represented in that stuff before because it was viewed as wrong. Whereas, like you remember, you ever seen the movie Us?
Yeah.
Or no, not Us. No, it was what was the one the ship one, the alien ship one.
The alien ship one.
That Jordan Peele did.
Nope.
Nope. in that movie, it talks about how
someone when they're no, that was us with the
yeah,
red
but
suit, right?
she makes a fact about how like her grandfather was the first black man to ever ride a horse on film. She talks about that. Like that's been a huge problem in that culture too. You know, like way back in the day, black people weren't represented in movies. They weren't allowed. And like, so I think that to an extent, we're trying as a society to be more inclusive of all types of people and represent all types of people throughout all forms of social media, regardless of if that's, because again, like think about a kid who had never seen a gay person on TV before because it was never represented on TV, but then they meet a gay person in real life. They might feel really wrong ways about that person because they never had any background to go, it's okay to be that way. I grew up in one of my favorite characters on TV was a gay character, so it's not bad. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I feel like they're trying to do that. They're trying to make it okay for the youth so that they don't grow up to be so fucking like bigoted and homophobic.
Like for example, like Aaron Ross, you know, he's like the biggest streamer right now. He tweeted out
Aiden Ross.
Yeah. He tweeted out it's only a male and a female. It's simple. He got canceled, lost all his sponsorships. Like, what the fuck, the world coming? Because that's fact.
He got canceled?
Yeah, he got canceled. He lost a lot of fucking. That's why he had to go to another different streaming platform. But it's nowadays like you say, it's a touchy subject. You know? You can't really say too much and stuff.
And like again, it's
nothing against the gay people, you know, like. You know, just they gay, they happy, okay. You know, everybody living their own life. If you worried about them why they're gay, it's just like you got a problem. You probably
everyone's got a problem with something that like you're doing or someone else is doing. So like why? Like just don't give a fuck.
It was just another, for example, it was another viral video that's going on exactly right now. This week is going viral of a guy. It was a white guy. He went to
remind me of the Island Boys.
No, that was just creepy.
You saw that shit too, bro?
Is that real?
Yeah, I don't know. I was literally saying to
my
girl.
But is that picture real with
I was saying, no.
What's that guy that did that pedophile shit? Damn, what's the name?
Who?
The one they took a picture with him.
I don't know.
Damn, that.
You talking about like R. Kelly or something?
Nah, hell no. The dude that had the Island. What's the name? I just had him in my head.
Had the what?
He had an Island. And he did. Yeah, there you go. They had a picture. It was a picture went viral with him, but a lot of people say it was Photoshop, and they try to deny it, but they say it was an authentic picture.
You can test those things.
Yeah, they were just crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's probably real.
It's probably real. Cause this shit they doing, I'm like, yeah, it was probably real.
You talking about that video now?
Yeah.
I don't want to think.
Bro, I don't know. Look, I was.
That shit made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, what you mean? Why the hell would you kiss your brother like that?
That's the thing, bro. It's not even like that. It's,
I understand.
It's not even that. It's like two guys kissing. It's the fact that they are brothers. They are literally related. I don't know if I
understand if it was like in the forehead or in the cheek, but now like
they're like open mouth kissing.
Yeah,
bro.
That was like, oh, that was weird.
I was talking to my girl and I was like, I feel like that's a deep fake. Like there's almost I feel like there's no way that shit is real.
That's
right?
desperate to go viral. That's just desperate to go viral, man.
I'm telling myself it's not real either, just for the sake of like my sanity, because to like make out with your brother on camera for clout is like a whole new level of just it can't be.
Yeah. What can it find you on like on social media? Like what's our social media names?
Oh, you go first.
Instagram is MopHead. It's MOP._. and then head. Super simple. Spotify is capital MOP space capital H lowercase EAD. And that's going to be the same on Apple Music and SoundCloud and any other platform.
And for me, Kl.Z, it's KL.Z music on Instagram. And then for all the streaming platforms, it's just KL.Z.
KL.Z. Got you. One more question before we head out. What's the 3 things y'all got to have in the studio when y'all doing a long studio session?
I can think of 2. I can think of 2. Weed and water.
Everybody says water.
If I got weed and water, though, I'm good. Maybe a snack. That's it.
Snack.
I'll take water, obviously. A mic. Need a mic.
I'm in the studio gonna have a mic.
Yeah. That goes without saying.
I need a mic. And let's see.
A good mic, would you say? A good mic.
Some Chick-fil-A.
A Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, okay.
A Chick-fil-A.
That works.
Okay. That's dope, man. You know, y'all told, music, all platforms. Anything else y'all want to add on?
Nah, I mean, not necessarily. I appreciate you having us out. It's been
I appreciate y'all, man. Hope we don't get canceled, man.
See what happens.
Because nowadays you can't say shit, man. But yeah, appreciate y'all boys for coming out, showing love to the podcast, man. We out.